Liverpool looks like they want to get their transfer done as soon as possible when the transfer window opens up. And news coming in from Fabrizio Romano is confirming to us that Allister personal terms with Liverpool almost agreed. Welcome to this channel, Rokani Media Football. Welcome to the Football News Show where we are talking about Allister to Liverpool. There is Pep Guardiola having won the third Premier League title in a row. He has come out and really put us to a new statement, and he has gone ahead and referred to his players as something special and very many much more. And lastly, we're going to discuss about Borussia Dortmund happening down in the Bundesliga. Today they've gone ahead to win their other game. Now they are 2 points ahead of Bayern Munich, to an extent that if they win against Mainz on Saturday, they're going to be crowned the Bundesliga champions after 10 years of dominancy by Bayern Munich. Rokani David is my name, and let's really jet into this huge moment of really bringing you the stories that matter to you and us. Now, Fabrizio Romano yesterday came up with a story that personal terms are almost agreed between Liverpool and Allister. After project presented in April, deal not done yet, there are still details left. Pochettino appreciates him. No issues with Brighton, being told fixed price for Alexis exit in June. So that means Liverpool have gone ahead to really agree a deal with a man known as Allister, and personal terms are soon getting done. And whenever personal terms are really getting done, you better know that the player is soon going to be sold. Then Fabrizio Romano today told us Liverpool want to resolve final details of Allister deal as soon as possible to avoid competition. Full agreement on personal terms is really close. Liverpool plan is to leave Brighton early in the window, being told the move could be done and sealed in June. So every elite team, every elite team does its business in January. That's it. Let no one lie to you. Sorry. In the first month of the transfer window when it opens up, and that is June. So every elite team has to go on and really get its business done in the June month when the transfer window really opens up. And that really takes Liverpool to that level of being an elite team, because even last season, that's what they did. They brought in Darwin Núñez early enough. You know that very well. After bringing in Darwin Núñez, when you look at the way they got Cody Gakpo, they got him in before even the January transfer window really opened up. You understand? Carvalho, they brought him earlier. And which other player they signed from Celtic, the right back, they got all their signings early enough before they went to the preseason. And that's the importance of the preseason, because if making signings didn't matter, then these managers would have gone ahead to sign players even when the preseason is done. But because most of the players that the manager takes to the preseason has been having some good time with them through the season, he knows them and they all know what the style is all about. So after that, he only knows that he needs to get in new players early enough, go to the preseason, integrate them into the team, and obviously get the chemistry running. That's the importance of really signing these players early. Now, Liverpool reaching the level of almost agreeing personal terms with Allister is something great for the team of Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, because he has gone ahead to identify the problems as to why they are not going to play Champions League football next season, because of how his players really looked weak in the midfield. So he's bolstering up his midfield by getting in Allister from Brighton, a very good player, and he can play in a double pivot. He can play as a central attacking midfield, and I think sometimes he can shield the back four and play in a single pivot. So he's a very good player that Liverpool have gone ahead to really get early enough, because the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea are interested into this player. That's why you've seen that Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to indicate that even Pochettino is interested in the player, and Pochettino is going to be the next Chelsea manager. So as it stands, Liverpool have yet gotten their first signing. Remember, Jude Bellingham would have been their first signing, but because they're not going to the Champions League, Jude Bellingham couldn't really fancy moving to Liverpool when they're not playing the Champions League. Yet there is a team in the names of Real Madrid that is playing Champions League football, and they are offering the match that he wants, and they can go ahead and really pay the 130 million pounds that Borussia Dortmund is wanting in from the player. Now, we've talked about Borussia Dortmund. Let's do this story too about Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund have gone ahead to win their game today, and they left the one game to be crowned the winners of the Bundesliga. And Jakobs Ben has told us that Dortmund back on top of the Bundesliga after 3-0 win at Augsburg. Sebastian Haller with a brace. Julian Brandit added a late third. If Borussia Dortmund beat Mainz on Saturday, they win their first title since 2011-2012 and end Bayern's 10-season stretch as champions. That is it, and I really like it a lot. Even in the Premier League, when Man City went ahead to win it 3 consecutive times, they are calling it a Farmers League. But trust me, that's not a Farmers League, and I think that term has been misused by very many people. I have even my friend who went ahead and really put a post on Facebook, and I came out and really countered him, because when you look at the competition in the Premier League, there is no Farmers League. There is no Farmers League, But in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich had spent 10 years when they're the only ones winning the league. That means it has turned into what we call a Farmers League. That's it. But when you look at the table as it stands, Borussia Dortmund is having 70 points, Bayern Munich is having 68. So Borussia Dortmund just needs only a win to grant themselves a chance to really win this title. And they need to win it because it's in their hands. I was shocked today when they really took long to score, but they went ahead and really scored 3 against Augsburg and they won it. So let's really wish some good wishes to Borussia Dortmund to win this league, because I would love them to win it, because Bayern have been looking bad, and Bayern have gone ahead to really weaken the other teams that have always gone ahead to really compete with them. They've signed players from Bayern, from Borussia Dortmund, the Lewandowskis, and very many others. From RB Leipzig, Marcel Sabitzer, Konrad Laimer is now going that side. They even took their manager, known as Nagelsmann. So it shows you how Bayern Munich have gone ahead to put themselves in a position, or obviously weakening the other sides they're really playing against to win. So if at all they are doing that and they failed to really succeed in winning the league, that is something great that German football can celebrate about, because that will really bring in the likes of the Union Berlin to celebrate. And remember, Union Berlin was on top for some long time, but they lost their group. But the good thing is that they might find themselves playing into the Champions League. Now, Pep Guardiola has today won a 3rd Premier League title in a row for a side known as Man City, and this is what he had to say. This quote really caught my eye, and I said I have to come in and bring it to you. He said, "These Man City players are so professional and so hardworking. I'm the luckiest manager in the world. We have this opportunity because they fight for absolutely everything and care for much about Manchester City." That is Pep Guardiola for you. So he's hailing his players, and they deserve the hail because he has gone ahead. They've gone ahead to do the needful for the team of Man City. And trust me, I've seen people come out on several occasions calling Man City that it's because of money they've gone ahead to achieve everything. But when you present the budgets of these teams that are calling Man City oil money success, they've even gone ahead to spend more in the last 5 years. And people are trying to really get credit of Pep. Guys, Pep Guardiola deserves his credit. He deserves his credit because look at Chelsea. They've spent 700 million pounds from the summer of last year and the summer in January. Have they crafted out anything special? No. Chelsea had Jose Mourinho, Abramovich. Did they ever win 3 titles in a row? No. So, even if money is there, it doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. Pep Guardiola was at Bayern Munich and money was there. Did he succeed and win the Champions League? The answer is no. So let's not deprive of the credit of Pep Guardiola. He's a very good manager. And most of the players that Pep Guardiola bought and brought to Man City were not finished articles. That's it. They were non finished articles. You know, he signed the next would-be best players, like Kevin De Bruyne. You know, by the time he came in at Man City, he was not the best in the world. He was at Chelsea, and Chelsea really sold him back to Germany. Pep brought him back, improved him, and made him a much more better player. Rodri, you know. So, I think Pep is the mastermind of this. And some people are really trying to lay an argument that even Mancini and what is the other name of the guy that first won them the league? I've forgotten his name, that coach. Pellegrini, that won the league. But did they win it 3 times? Did they dominate it like how Pep has gone ahead to do that in the last 6 seasons? Pep has lifted it 5 times? No way. They never did it that way. So let's not undermine the efforts of Pep. He has gone ahead to do it. And trust me, if at all Pep leaves that team, another manager comes in through, it will be very hard for them to have a winning streak like they've been having during this period, because Pep is the magic. And let me tell you this, Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world. And if at all he wins the Champions League, I think people will go ahead and really certify all his efforts. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Allister to Liverpool, personal terms, almost agreed. What are your thoughts about it? And Borussia Dortmund 2 points ahead of Bayern Munich. They only need to win against Mainz at home and be crowned the champions of the Bundesliga. Do you think they are going to win it, or they might slip up onto the last day and Bayern Munich will raise up to the occasion? Then Pep Guardiola, do you think it's money or it's Pep being a very good manager that goes ahead and really gets the right players for the right positions? Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.